James Brown is officially in overtime. From the music to the swagger and spirit, Mr. Dynamite is embedded in the makeup of hip-hop and pop culture DNA.
He laid all the proper pieces in place for this next generation to sort of take, chop it up, recompose it, and turn it into something completely different.
From the inception, James Brown has been the main ingredient when it comes to this culture of hip-hop.
We've looked at JB's two most sampled songs, Funky Drummer and Funky President, People It's Bad. Both dynamic rhythms that heavily feature what have become some of the most iconic drum breaks. This episode, we're talking the ultimate revenge song, The Payback. I'm Patrice Rushen, and this is Get Down, the influence of James Brown.
MCs, DJs, producers, and fans were all attracted to was the ethos. There was more than just a sort of hard-knocking drums. It was how all of that synthesized to become something, greater than the sum of its parts.
And with James's band, there were a lot of moving parts.
When I first joined the band, it was Pee Wee Ellis was the band leader. Wayman Reed was the trumpet player, Joe Dupas, Sinclair Pinckney, of course. The word was he was in the band before James was in the band. Jimmy Nolan, guitar player, country, name was Alfonso Keller. Bernard Odom, they called him Dog, he was the bass player. Clyde Stubblefield and Jabbo Starks was the other drummer. And I played trombone, Maceo played saxophone. Together that was a tight-knit group. In fact, that was probably the tightest band that James ever had.
JB was a notoriously tough band leader, known to dock his band's pay on stage with a wave of his hand. While he may have put you to task, he still fostered musical creativity. That work ethic, that drive, wasn't limited to his musical performances. In 1968, Brown purchased his first radio station in Tennessee. By 1970, he would own 4 stations.
That kind of hustle of having a private plane back in the 60s and, owning radio stations, this dude is the template for the Russell Simmons and the Jay-Z's of the world.
And JB always had his eye on the next thing. In 1971, director Melvin Van Peebles released the seminal blaxploitation film Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song. His collaboration with Earth, Wind & Fire opened the gates for funk-infused Hollywood soundtracks. JB wasted no time getting in on the action, writing the soundtracks for Black Caesar and Slaughter's Big Ripoff. But in 1973, when it came time for the Black Caesar sequel, Hell Up in Harlem, the Godfather of Soul soundtrack didn't make the cut. Brown would release the album on his own as The Payback, with its revenge-themed title song.
One of the first records my uncle ever asked me to check out, and he sent me personally, was The Big Payback. And I played that record over. I played it so much, man, I had to buy another copy of it.
The single was the first in an unbroken succession of 3 releases by Brown to reach #1 on the R&B charts that year.
When I heard Jabbo, when I heard that, I knew it was a hit right off,
Horns blare over the heavy drums, groovy bass line, and the signature wah-wah guitar sound. Lyrically, James Brown riffs on the concept of payback and the plots of revenge on a man who has betrayed him.
His vocals like having drums in your mouth. It's unique, and it's clear, and it's precise, and it just has so much emphasis and soul in it because it sits in the pocket of all the other instruments that are there too. So everything has its place.
The Payback is James Brown's 3rd most sampled song behind Funky Drummer and Funky President. It first popped up as a sample in 1987 in tracks by Too Fresh and Big Daddy Kane. King T uses the sample in Payback's A Mother. It's also featured in tracks by Ice Cube, Heavy D, and Redman. In 2015, The Payback got some air on Kendrick Lamar's King Kunta, where Kendrick studied Brown's cadence. Throughout the song, Martha Hyde's backing vocals and Brown's lyrics are paid homage to.
The way I see it, there's two things that drive a record. There's the beat and the groove. So The Payback was, to me, a bigger record in the sense that it combined both in a great grandeur way. And that's why it had the influence that it had, because it was powerful. And to me, it was one of the most complete records that he'd ever recorded, for sure.
Funky Drummer provided hip-hop a musical backbone with its drums on the one. Funky President helped give rap its social consciousness. The Payback? Well, The Payback brings the swagger.
I know with all of my students, once they've studied James Brown, they are changed because they realize that a musical vocabulary that doesn't include that misses out on so many amazingly important elements that can be used on which the students create their own music, to be able to think in terms of the possibilities of what a voice can sound like, the kinds of textures that one voice can have, the kind of spacing that and deployment of the instruments in the rhythm section to build a groove. That doesn't happen without going through JB.
It's up to us to make sure that this next generation understands how important and funky James Brown really is.
Because whether we realize it or not, James Brown is everywhere and not going anywhere. A true testament to the man who always knew how to
get down. Hit me again. Lord, Lord. Yeah, get ready.
Thanks for watching. For more songs and samples, check out James Brown. The Samples playlist is on Spotify, available now.